This is a session extending from what Nikki said and also from Lauren said yesterday about Atlassian system of work. Today, we're going to deeper dive into how Rovo and AI capabilities can help you transform your workflows and boost your productivity. So simply put is, my name is Darryl. Nice to meeting you guys. I'm originally from Taiwan, now become a Dutch in a couple weeks back. And yeah, I'm the same team as Lawrence. I'm a solutions engineer, which is I'm specializing in helping our customer finding the right Atlassian solutions and maybe spanning across DevEx, ITSM, and AI, and so on. So it's my pleasure to be here today to introduce the things to you. I'm really, really excited. So a bit of agenda today that I'm gonna start with the statistic fact about what is developer experience going through so far, and then a quick recap of our Rovo, extending from Nikki just said, and going to the demo with using our pre-recording videos. And I will be taking around 20 to 25 minutes, and we can have some time to have a Q&A. All right, so the number one goal for all the enterprise customers we are facing to is we want to deliver the high quality software or product fast. That translates into the quality and the productivity improvement. It's easier said than done, right? We are seeing that lots of customers having the three main problems. First of all, the developers said that they're wasting 8 more hours per week due to the inefficiencies, like doing some subtasks and updating something there. And the knowledge workers in a plain word is you and I, we are finding it's not easy to find the information we want to and to share the across, eventually to collaborate. And more than that is, most of the companies, you have AI tools already, but still a big amount of users still saying that they haven't seen the value of using AI. So if we have a deeper look into it, why is that? According to our research, only 16% of the time for the developer, they can only do the coding, which is supposed to be the number one priority for them to be hired for, to bring the valuable works, right? And the rest of the time, they are being distracted by being writing a pull request, running the unit test, even have more meetings to sync up. I'm not saying that it's not important, but compared to the coding itself, it's less valuable and it's very distracting. So then that's why we rolled out a Rovo and also using the AI capabilities to help to change that. So simply put, it's only one slide. Rovo is the AI-empowered app. Sorry, it's confusing right now because we call it apps, not products. So it's an app that gives you all the users have the 3 capabilities to find information whenever you want to, wherever you at, across all your tools. And using your own language to interact with the chat box anytime you want to, and eventually to create an agentic agent to take over the repetitive work and a low value task on your behalf. So it looks fancy, but it also looks similar to other AI tools, right? What makes it stand out? If you are following with us at Atlassian, back in 20 years ago until now, there's only one mission for us going forward, to drive us forward, is teamwork. It means we want to help our customer to unleash the potential of every team in your company. And how do we do that? Starting from last year, we rolling out the teamwork graph, as Lawrence mentioned yesterday. That simply put is a data layer that's is from outside, helping our customer to link logically using machine learning and different technologies to link those relevant works together to help you bring the meaningful data to you. Along the years, we even make it better, especially for the developer experience. So we have developed this kind of like a code intelligence on top of the teamwork graph to have a deeper understanding of your coding and how do you search the code, generate the code, run a testing, and so on. So simply put is the teamwork graph empowers all your apps, including Rovo, to link your knowledge work together across your Atlassian suite, as well as your third-party tools. Sorry, third-party compared to ours. So all the tools around you. That's why Rovo can not just connect, but understand your work outside of Atlassian suite together. So currently, we have 50 different connectors, but we have more to come in the future. As a summary here, that the teamwork graph is basically understand what you do, who you are, and how you do it, and what's important for you. So in translation is it gives you the it empowers the large language model used by AI to give you the tailored and customized experience. If you have a quick example about it, imagine that I know there are some like project managers in the seat. So as a project manager, you just came back from a 1 week vacation. Now you want to know what are the 3 things from your team have been built last week. So using the single prompt like left-hand side, and then goes into the traditional AI tools, it gives you out a simple answer with a very succinct and a straightforward answer to you. That was cool, right? But then to us, it may be not sufficient enough. So with Teamwork Graph, it helps you to connect the knowledge better. So back to the example here, if you put into the same prompt to using Rovo chatbox powered by Teamwork Graph, it gives you the more details than just the 3 goals you are looking at. So it tells you about why your team have been built those 3 things, based on what reason, and how does it work? How does it feel like right now? With the reference down below for you to dive deeper into it. So then because of that, you can feel free to just jump into the details and find the specifics to the extent that can get you up to speed. Eventually, you can even take actions straight away from the checkbox. So the same prompt using Rovo powered by Teamwork Graph, you don't need to leave the context, but you do things faster and more. I've been talking a lot. Is that all good so far? Can you give me a thumbs up, please? Okay, thank you so much. I don't bore you. Right, so the next step is going to tell you about a bit of a demo for the AI-empowered modern development lifecycle. I will take it slow to make sure that you can catch up with the values here. This is a DevOps cycle we all know, so that today we're going to show you that from plan up to deploy and operations, how can we use AI and Rovo to improve that productivity there. I know we've been talking a lot about the developers' productivity, but then to me personally, I think the productivity should start it right before coding. So assuming back again, you are a project manager, product owner, or the product manager yourself, you need to create a work for your developers to take on. Usually you need to create a ticket like that, and then you need to search and find the relevant tickets, knowledge base, and to write a proper description for your developers to understand without bothering you again. But we all know the reality is you will still end up with another meetings or more meetings to explain the reason why you want to build that. So with Rovo, stay in the same tickets, it used the Teamwork Graph to find the relevant work items across Jira System Management, you name it, and searching for the relevant documents, including your maybe SharePoint and Confluence as well, and eventually give you the right write-up without you worried about my grammar or maybe communication with the different stakeholders right there. So within a couple seconds to minutes, you had the ticket completely. And more than that is, go back to what Nikki said, you can even build in to make a recording by Loom embedded to the same ticket to expand the details if you want to. So transition from having hours or even days to complete the work, now you have it within a few minutes. Now it seems like this ticket is ready for, this work item is ready for the pickup. It's assigned to another developer. Let's assume again, you are developers. So what do you do next? How can you see the ticket? Usually you will need to come up with a plan, right? You need to read through the documents, the ticket itself, to come up with a plan to see what needs to be changed and where I should find the changes to be made. So again, on the same ticket, you can use a Rovo agent. You will start to use a Teamwork Graph again to search across your knowledge base and the ticket, review it, and to give you the context about what should be changed and where you can find those changes to be made. And again, it follows and it respects your roles and permission and to understand that what is your engineering criteria and standard so that you can make sure that you and your team are building a thing with the right quality and the confidence in no time. I know it sounds like a fairy tale, but it is like that. This is not something I made up. This is like real environment we take it for the recording. And again, for the next step, You as a developer, you can probably start coding in your environment, right? So there's another chance you can use Rovo agent to start coding from the Jira tickets. I know you're laughing. I will show you why it's important for you. So using the agent, you can start to code and it's searching across your code base and using the coding convention on your code base, so you can see the similar coding language and coding fashion given to you right there as a difference. And then you have the opportunity and authority to make sure to decide if you want to take this change or not. You can even ask Rovo to change the lines or the entire file if you want to. So here I want to call back to one of the audience yesterday. I heard that if somebody told you it's smart, it's amazing, you always give it some nerves to them. So I want to make sure that it's pretty called out here. It is, we're not asking you to use AI to completely to replace your work. It's actually giving you the power and the decision if you want to use AI to improve your productivity. You can choose to use a code agent or not. It's on your decision. And you can decide what are the changes that suggested by the code agent is logically making sense or not, right? So we are not really suggesting you to leave everything all out for agents to take over everything, but we encourage you to work with agents to make sure that you are the ultimate developer for your company, make a big impact. All right, I've been talking a lot. So now I think it seems like this ticket is right there. Let's create a pull request to my Bitbucket Cloud. Actually, you can also create it on GitHub as well. But today, I'm going to use GitHub Bitbucket Cloud because I'm Atlassian. And I'm going to take a quick pause here because we know that you have your own criteria and your own ways of working. We understand that. So we give you the opportunity. We're giving you the capabilities to build your own coding agents on your wishes. So on the same page, you can create your coding agent, and then you can create it from those templates straight away, or using your own thoughts to create your own unique agent. In this example, I'm going to create a unit test creator to facilitate my overall code quality and insurance going forward. So just like that, click on the template, and then you can go to the scenarios to define the criteria. In this scenario, I just need to change one line, which is my repository's URL, and that's it. With that, we can immediately to apply this new coding agent to your Jira tickets or multiple Jira tickets together straight away to save your time, just like that. Selecting that and using a coding agent just create it. Taking a couple seconds or minutes for you to run through it, you will see the difference right away in front of your face. Automatically moving from the tickets from in progress to in review for you to take on the next action. And again, I know it's been a lot about the agents we've been talking about. One of the biggest problems I heard from my customer all the time is, how do I educate or how do I know when to use what agent? It's very fuzzy and it's very tiring for us to remember that. So why not just using automation to combine your own rules with agents in between? So by using a similar experience, define your criteria, your steps, you can concatenate the Rovo agents with your automation rules to take over all the legworks, and then you can set it, put it, and forget about it. It runs in the backend whenever you match the criteria. Right, there's a question here, please.
So it's it's true that it is a pain point to have a good coverage, and unit tests are a big part of it.
Right.
So I was wondering if the tickets that you selected earlier are also generated by Rovo, or they're written.
The straight answer is it can be, depends on your usage. So in this demonstration, those tickets are pre-populated, but of course you can use Rovo, maybe have another agent or have an automation to automatically create those tickets and use the agent together to transition it for unit test. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. So now back to the story. Now a pull request has been created on my Bitbucket Cloud. Sorry for the DC customers here, but all the thing what I'm showing here is on the cloud. So on Bitbucket Cloud, we often have some problems about how do we know that our team is building the right thing against our criteria, right? We see that a lot. So using Rovo Agent again, it helps you to check across your Jira tickets, and maybe if you're using Compass, You have your own standards stated there. You can check it, you can use Rovo agent to skim through it to run a checkout for you. So you can ensure that the thing you're building right now matches your expectations. And you can feel free to go forward. Another thing about the pull request is usually we are pending there for a peer to jump in for review. So again, I'm not asking you to replace all the manual efforts here, but then this another way to do it is you can use Rovo agent to do the code review automatically for you. So at this stage, the coding agent is helping you to make some suggestions by skimming through the whole changes, the commit from this pull request. This time, you can decide to run a code review by yourself or collaborate with your teammates. Let's look into these changes. Do we agree with that? If that's true, if that's the thing we want to go forward, we can accept the suggestion. Again, you have the autonomy, you have a decision to take it forward or discard it. I mean, just go for it. The other thing about the pull request is when we after it's been reviewed, it goes to the building and running the pipeline. Many times we've seen that the cycle time has been dragged up by the failure deployment. And usually we don't know why. We need to look into the details, right? So by Rovo, one of the agents, it automatically, again, you don't trigger that. It automatically scan those details on your pipeline to scan through the logs and give you the suggestion about where exactly it fails. And more than that is, it gives you the suggestion. Again, following your respect, following your permissions, and following your coding standards to give you the proper suggestions to fix that. So you can immediately take an action to keep the pipeline running again. So that means you can facilitate the time to moving forward and make it faster to the decision and to the next feature request, right? Finally, that's the last stage here. After the deployment, we oftentimes need to understand what's going on through the whole deployments being made. It often compares with the commits and some like the difference and pull requests or even issues. We need to look at that. So using Rovo, building again, just one click, it gives you a summary to skim through all the contents you see on the page without you scrolling down and click each of them one by one. And the better thing is you can use the summary as your part of your release note. So these are one of the many ways of working. Today, we're going to show you this is the art of possible. You can tailor this experience after the session to fit your workflow. One last final demo here is, I know that some people doesn't like using code generation, right? So you can go back to your environment, for example, Visual Code, and if you happen to have a GitHub Copilot, it's the best time ever because you can use the Copilot with Rovo together to make it work. So again, for example, you are still a developer, and now you are building this code. You just forgot about what am I missing about the requirements, right? How do I find it? Instead of opening up a web page to leave a context, I can code out the GitHub Copilot and write down the name of a Rovo to search the contents I'm looking for. And again, within a couple of seconds, it gives you right context, even some code changes if it match. And you can make a decision and changes right away within the same environment. So that's a wrap here. Essentially, we're today showing you about how using Rovo and AI by Atlassian to facilitate and boost your productivity throughout the whole DevOps lifecycle. And we've seen, like in the survey we took on that, every engineers who use AI properly can save 1 hour and 43 minutes a day on average. That adds up to almost 55 days per year. If we look into the impact, this is the exercise I use with my customer all the time. If you're taking one of a salary for your engineer, to look into that, for example, it's 111K per year for the salary. Translate it into the hourly salary, and if you have 1,000 engineers in your company, that gives you the total savings a year afterward. That's tremendous. That's significant. You can not only save your time, build things faster with quality, and also you can save a lot of money. A recap here is, today, if you're a developer, having this boost up AI and Rovo in your development lifecycle, you will see the value of save your time each week. If you're a head of engineering, head of development, you can see your team have producing the higher quality every work. And if you are the C-suite or executive levels, you possibly will see your overall organizations have more time to innovate more and transfer the focus and transfer the money you saved to the meaningful work in your company. So again, Rovo in our Team 25, it's been rolling out for all the premium and enterprise customers. In the next couple of weeks until the beginning of July, all the enterprise and premium customers will see Rovo right there for you, all the bucks. And our vision is getting to Rovo for all the standard customers as well in the future, but that'll be later on. And I want to call back to what Nikki said about the Teamwork Collection. We understand that it's very not confusing, but it could be very daunting for a customer to decide what are the products or the apps we need to purchase to facilitate that. So with the Team 25, we have a Teamwork Collection. It gathers 5 different things for your fundamental work day-to-day business. You have Jira for your plan and track of work. You have a Confluence to unleash your collective knowledge. You have Loom to facilitate your asynchronization video communication. You have a better Rovo agent AI credits. Yeah, there's a credit for AI for sure, but you have a boost up credits in the Teamwork Collection together. And then last but not least is it's not here. You have the Atlassian Guard standard to help you for your single sign-on and user management. That's all together in this bundle. It's called Teamwork Collection. That's all for my presentation. If you want to try out those agents right now, you can scan the QR code, and we're excited for your feedback. Oh, right on time.
Give it up for Darryl. We have a couple moments, actually, a couple minutes to carry on. Yeah, Nikki, go on.
I really liked, although it was very futuristic, how the Rovo suggested, based on the acceptance criteria, like what are the actual files and changes I need to do in those files. Right. Amazing. Is there any way how you connected that to actually helping us, let's say, get rid of the estimation sessions? Because that's like once a sprint, I spend like 1 hour with 10 people on a call, just estimating story points. Can we somehow, do the automation to autofill those story points? Because anyways, this is a much better way to guess how many story points it would be.
Yeah, so that's a good question. To my understanding, it's possible, but it's not showing in the demo today, unfortunately. But then you can use Rovo, better yet with Loom together to record the sessions, and you can learn. Actually, Rovo and the Teamwork Graph is learning from your experience. And also with the security and the quality insurance as well. So you can learn how you estimate in the past few sprints, quarters, even years. So then when it comes to the next sprint, you and your team can use Rovo to run this kind of estimation right away. And then my suggestion is, I still have some doubts about AI, maybe. So my suggestion is going to use these suggested results, have a communication with your teammates to see if it's the right thing to do, if it's a right agreement to go on.
In addition to what Nikki asked, would it also, we know that estimations are also done based on everyone's experience, like a senior won't estimate the same as a junior and so on. But I was more interested about, how would a tech lead, you mentioned that we would be able to see the modifications done and detect maybe in the pipelines what went wrong and see the suggestions. So I was wondering if a tech lead would be able to see at a glance where were the logical errors done, because they do have all these suggestions, and maybe spend this time that is earned coaching the team and maybe have a view of what the team did. And
right, that's a spot on. So one thing I missed to mention in the demo is it actually skimmed through those different failures, learning by experience by Rovo. So it can give you the context about what could be failed, maybe syntax error, maybe it's a weird command, things like that. And then the thing is, as Nikki mentioned about before, that we encourage our customers to run the best practices in your company to run a checkups. Like if you have a failure today, in the next set of meetings, maybe we can use Rovo to summarize the failures, and we can all discuss openly about it and to learn, iterate in the future. So that's multiple ways to combine together to give you the better path in the future. So if you have more interesting thoughts, we are very keen to understand that. But then thank you for the question.
I have lots of questions, but I think the most
Pick one.
important. Yeah, just one.
The most important one.
Is there? So you mentioned compatibility with Visual Studio for the link back to Jira in the context window. Is that just a Visual Studio thing right now, or is there more IDs planned to be added to that list?
That's a good question. So as a summary, that right now the connectivity with GitHub Copilot is only available for the Visual Studio. But I know that our team is looking for exploring a different IDE as well. I know that JetBrains, you made a really amazing IDE there. So I cannot say for my team, but they are exploring the different build up on the different IDEs in the future.
Okay, thanks.